Welcome to my master bedroom retreat.
This is a heavy lamp going back.
Hi, I'm Rebecca Robeson. Welcome to my channel and to a new series that we're calling Using What You Have. I recently moved from San Diego, California to Tulsa, Oklahoma. And in doing so, I brought all of my stuff, in fact, 6 pods worth, to be perfectly honest. Kind of embarrassing, but here was the deal. I didn't know where I was gonna live. I didn't know which house I was gonna buy. I didn't know if I was gonna need everything or not need everything. And I also didn't know how things were going to fit. Each house, as you probably have discovered in your own life, whenever you move from one place to another, sometimes your stuff works and sometimes it doesn't. But guess what? I bet things would work more often than you think they do if you just opened your mind to using them in different ways. So as I take you from room to room throughout my house in the next 5, 6, 7 videos, I'm so excited to show you what I've been able to do here in Tulsa, Oklahoma in my new beautiful home using what I have. The purpose of today's video is to show you how you can move into another home, move from one space to the next, reuse your same furniture, but you might have to reappropriate some things. That's what I had to do both in the retreat and in my bedroom, and I'll show you what the details and the issues were and how I solved it. So here's the question for the video today. Where was this dog used? Try and tell me where you've seen it in another video and leave a comment below because I want to know how many of you might recognize it and might know where it's from. If you do, you've probably been watching for quite some time. All right, a lot of these things have been used in other places, and now, of course, in this home, you know what's funny? When you move, you think, I don't exactly know where I'm gonna live, the house I'm gonna buy, how much room, or if the space is gonna be the same. And it is not at all the same in this house. However, you're gonna see some connections. Do you remember these black and creamy colored prints that used to be in my old bedroom? Now here's something, this guy, you know what this is? This is the plaque that I got from YouTube when I hit 1 million subscribers. Pretty special, so thanks all you guys. And the other thing I have to say about that is, awesome. How's that for subliminal? While you're looking at it, feel free to do it on the video below. I'm gonna also talk to you about the books in my bookcase because every time I do a video and I show how I do books, especially in my own home, not in clients' homes so much, but I always get people saying, why are your books turned around? Here's why. If you want something that's spa-like and refreshing and not distracting, take your books all in the same color. These are all white, cream, and tan books, and I turn them around so you see the pages and not the titles of the books. That seems kind of weird to do, right? No, because these are not the books that I read. These are merely meant to fill the bookshelves. It creates a vertical line, an architectural design, and it's just a really inexpensive way to fill in all of these shelves and create symmetry on both sides of my room. And by the way, the books were bought at the Salvation Army, many of them for 50 cents, sometimes $1 a piece, and they were bought for the purpose of decorating. So on the bookcases, you're gonna see that I actually adjusted the shelves based on the stuff I put in the shelves. Once I did one side, and I believe I started on this side, and I played around with the things. I wanted the light and the dark contrast, which is what this room is all about. Once I did this side, I came over to this side and I measured the shelves and hung them identically, then filled up this side with not the same, but different items that would continue that symmetrical feel. Is it totally symmetrical and perfect? No, but the foundation and the basis of symmetry is set so that all the things I put on there just kind of calming. It's calming. And you know what? It's really beautiful. Hey, did you see these guys? Do you remember these guys? These were in my living room. So now do you see this combination? Horsehead from my living room in my old house, the framed photos from my bedroom in my old house. Do you see how I combined what used to be in two different rooms into one room? Now I know that you can't really see the other horsehead because of my lamp. I'm gonna move it so you can see. Ready? Here we go. Moving lamp.
This is a heavy lamp. Okay.
Do you see the symmetry, you guys?
Lamp going back. Oh.
Seriously, heavy lamp. Now, for those of you who watch me in my stories on Instagram, I've been having so much fun from the moment I moved into this house to where we are today, showing you the process, meeting the subcontractors, so many funny things, crazy things. But when I did my Instagram story on which lamp to do here, do you remember my crane lamp? I have the most gorgeous crane lamp. It broke while I was moving. It was so tragic. So I posted on Instagram, once I fixed it, which lamp do you like better? The clear crystal one or the crane one? And I think by and large, it was like 50-50 split down the middle. I made a decision to go with the crystal for a very important reason, and I'll show you that as soon as we get into my bedroom. What I love about this particular built-in is that it's both fashionable and functional. What I mean by that is I'm able to make it fashionable and pretty by staggering the shelves, the placement of accessories on top. And we do teach you that kind of thing in the design sessions. So by the way, if you're not a member, you really should go sign up. But here's the function part. Each one of these cabinets, this one actually is a pull-out for a printer. There's places for, all these drawers. So I'm able to use this. In fact, the window seat over here, which I think is a nice feature, it's got 3 file drawers. So I can have all my files in there as well. An original marble fireplace. It is a real wood burning fireplace. I've had fires in it already. And it's just amazing. I love this. Now, I know that over the last almost 100 years this house has been here. I would imagine that this room has been more than just this setup, clearly. I bet they might have had settees in here or some chairs. Maybe they had a television in here, I don't know. But I can imagine all kinds of layouts that they might have done. Now, again, this video is about using what I have. So I had this lamp in San Diego, it was in my entry. I had this table in my office in Presidio. It was a custom-made desk. And you know what I ended up doing with it? I brought it out of the office when we moved out and I used it as my dining table in my home in San Diego. Then, I keep saying San Diego, but I'm just trying to say my old home, how's that? This chair here, which I love, take a look at this. I love it because the back of it is wood. You don't often see a wood paneled back and an upholstered front, and I think that is such a neat touch. So this chair and this table were both in my bedroom in my old house. And then this particular sunburst mirror I had hanging in my office on Presidio Drive. See how we did that? And that's one of my old dining chairs. Take a look at the symmetry on this side. These are the kind of things that I fell in love with when I was touring this house for the first time. And you notice I was able to use those black and white framed photos yet another time. Every time I've used them before, they've been hung vertically. But in this space, this particular shelf cannot be moved. These are permanent. So I actually turned the frames sideways, horizontally, and had them hung. Now, I can assure you, when I get a minute, I'm gonna find me some black and white photos in a horizontal orientation. That'll look beautiful in these frames. If I was thinner, I would do this. Whoa! This one needs some WD-40. That's sexy. Leading into the master bedroom. Bam! What do you think? I'll get out of the way so you can see it. This room is totally and completely a combination of so many different places and so many locations. And I'll tell you what the catalyst was. This is the bed that I used in my last home. Love the bed. It's an adjustable bed. It's super comfortable. And I had beautiful nightstands that matched it. Guess what? As beautiful as this room is, and as deep as it is this way, because I can see the retreat from here, it is extremely narrow. So I couldn't even use my nightstands. I think we missed it by 2 inches. Then I had shutters on every one of these windows. I actually took the shutters off so that I could get my bed back against it, and now I can have nightstands. But if I'd have used my nightstands, number one, they were too wide, but they were also too high. You would never have been able to open any of those shutters. These are my stackable tables. While using stacking tables did fix my problem regarding the widths I had available, but it did create another problem, and that is when they stack, that means they're not only different sizes on width, they're different heights. So you can see here, I used acrylic boxes to prop up the lamp on the right-hand side to make it the same exact height as the lamp on the left. Sometimes you just gotta think outside the box. The acrylic box, as it were. This is the good life. I mean, come on. I always loved that light fixture, but you know, that piece was in my previous office downtown, and it was in an industrial looking office that had like reclaimed wood on the walls. Here, it's just plain, absolutely drop dead gorgeous. Now, just so you know, when I had it installed, the electrician went to heroic means to make sure that under no circumstances that thing would ever come down, because if it did, I would be footless. Well, saved me a lot of money in pedicures, I suppose. Now that you see the light fixture I chose to use in my bedroom with these beautiful, well, they're kind of daggers, but they're solid crystal. Does that help you understand why I chose to use the crystal lamp instead of the crane lamp? That's right. That is a principle I teach in the design sessions. Good design includes repeating a matter or a finish. Yeah, this is the good life. This custom piece of art was made by one of my past employees as well as myself. I actually helped with the gold leafing on this. It's not an expensive piece, but it is a meaningful piece for me. And it was cut to fit exactly where my old television was in the built-in in my living room. This house is 100 years old. I'm just gonna call it 100. I think it's 93 years old. So 7 years from now, if this video is still on YouTube, it will be accurate, okay? But for now, you know, it's such an old home. So bringing in the modern, the glamorous, the sophisticated, but having nods to the traditional and the old and the vintage, I think is something very special. Now here's another challenge I had in this room. The previous homeowner had a television in here. They had a television that hung up on the wall above the opening. And in my mind, I imagine it as being somewhat like a hospital room, right? You know, I have the TVs up on the wall. So it was similar to that, and it was small. And I wanted a more decent size television. I did not want to do a horizontal television. You can't get a vertical television. This wall needed a vertical piece of art. This wall is also vertical, but guess what? With this chair here, available space to the eye is no longer vertical, it is now horizontal or a square. Not a large TV, but big enough. Throughout this Using What You Have series of videos that we're going to do here in my house that I've just moved into, we are going to intersperse it with activities that were taking place to get it to where it is now. All right, contractors, the people who were here to help. Because yes, it looks like I moved in and voila, it's done. It's not. It is a process and it is a journey. And it's a journey that we want to teach you how to step out and begin the process to get to the home that you absolutely love. So if you're interested in any of that type of thing, we not only have something called the design sessions, we also have a brand new course called LifeChanging Home Design. We've got videos here on YouTube that'll tell you all about it, and there will be a link in the description box below. So please check it out. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you like my new house, and I hope you love my new bedroom and master retreat. I gotta say, sometimes I feel like I'm living the dream. All right, this is all about using what you have. I hope you picked up some good tips that you can use. Please remember to subscribe to this channel. I love you guys, and I love seeing all of you gather here to watch these videos as soon as they're posted. Love a thumbs up. Remember, I have a statue in there that tells you that. And let's see, what else? I had something else. Yeah, here's the thing. Keep coming back, because when we're done with this series on using what you have, guess what I'm gonna do? I'll just say this. Jackhammers might be involved. Huh? I can't hear you. I'm going to take you into my inner sanctum. That's right, into my personal private master bathroom. Swankin'. It was swanky, that's what it was. That's what you are. Oh. Dorian, can you get that WD-40? Oh my God. I guess that's what you get when you buy a really old house.